And there we are. Okay, so welcome to session number 2 of the Next Steps coaching. And cool, things are cooking in your world. Mary, I know you've communicated on Facebook and some cool stuff is happening. Judith, I haven't heard from you, but you did get... That's awesome.
But I saw that on Mary's Facebook yesterday and today that happiness, International Happiness Day with things. So I kind of was watching that.
Nice. Yay. So how do you guys want to play tonight? This is your call. What would you like to get out of tonight?
Oh, I thought we had to answer your question from last week. I mean, I got a lot out of it from all week and with all that.
Yeah, let's do a little catch up. First of all, I just had a question. Have you been using the process? What possibility am I undermining with this point of view? Have you used that this week?
I kind of use more like what awareness am I sensing?
Okay.
And to change, I'm in like you had what are your intentions? It was to still the mind with the higher order of the mind, to cut out the monkey chatter. I know you said it's the intuition. I got no. How does it work? It works from the inner self toward pushing out all the baggage, garbage, and chiku that was crammed in my space. And
okay, can you just I missed that first part. This is all the things that are the impossible things?
I don't know. I would. What changes does it bring on the energetic plane? I think that's one of the questions you asked, or what can I do about it? And I've been doing it, I've been answering it, and things have been showing up, helping me out with every one of those questions. What is the intention?
So I have not asked what is your intention, or what is showing up on the energetic plane.
I did get what possibilities are there in this intention from change, or where does the expansion go, and now your motivation effort affects you, and what action are you reaching for ease and less frustration, I guess. I don't know, I just went crazy with one thing after another, and everything was happening and answered to me, and next thing I know, I was kind of with peace.
Okay, cool. So how can I support you tonight in taking this further?
Okay. I was asked just yesterday if I would do the teaching to do the vision class. I said, well, I took the vision class in November with Robert Malach, and I had 2 girls. I worked with 6 of them doing the access space stuff. And 2 of them said that, we don't know if you can do vision with us. So I didn't do any classes with vision yet.
Okay.
So I want to know how I can approach that. Can you do it with 2 people, or do you have to have more?
Yeah. No, you can have it with however, you can do it with 1 person if you'd like. It's your choice.
I do it at my house because I have 3 tables here. It's not a problem. Yep. I would make arrangements.
Yep. And I was telling Mary before you came on, there's a new thing, and you're going to be getting an email soon. I'm writing the email, so I know that you're going to need 2 3-day body classes in order to be a body process facilitator.
Okay, I did have 2 3-day body classes.
Perfect. Okay, I didn't know if you did or didn't, but that's starting April 1st.
Right.
Okay, good. Who was your other one?
With Andrew Gardella and Grace Douglas.
Right. Okay, cool. So yeah, so correcting vision, just ask them questions. Does that class want to be taught when and where, and how much do you want to charge for it? The minimum is $50.
And you charge your own people that you still work with other bar facilitators, right?
I'm not sure what you mean.
When I go into group with the others at their house and doing exchanges, you would still charge for those exchanges for doing those classes?
So an exchange is different than a class?
Yeah. Is it something I should, you know how you say bar swap, hosting swap? Is that something you should swap with something else?
would
better
that create more? Would you like to do?
to the idea of being available, saying, okay, I can still do that vision class and charge the people, whoever wants.
So you have to charge the people. If you're facilitating a correcting vision class, it has to be 3 to 4 hours long. You have to charge a minimum of $50.
Okay.
And it's not a body swap. It is a class.
Okay.
Okay.
What do they mean by host body swaps and host bar swaps?
So if you're a host, see, as a body process facilitator, did you sign up for that yet? Did you get your license?
Or all I did, it took three body day class.
So you took
I
two.
did not sign up for getting a license, like paying $150 or
Okay.
something like that.
So you have to do that before you can facilitate a correcting vision class or any of the body processes.
Okay.
Or hosting a body process swap. So none of that can happen until you get your body process facilitator license.
Okay. All right. Now I know what my next step is.
That's right. Cool. That's why
I was thinking of signing up for $150 for the Access facelift, so that I can keep doing the Access facelift.
Right. So there's two licenses. There's the facelift license and there's the body process license, and they're both $150. They both last for a year, and then you renew them again for $150. Okay. So that's how that works. Yeah. So before you can even post a class, you need to get your license, pay your fee, fill out the application form, and then we have to get back to you saying, yes, you are this, and then you get all the privileges.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Great. How about you, Mary? Is there anything we're kind of on maybe on the practical level, or?
Well, I'd like to know more about like asking these impossible questions. Like, what energy is that? Like, why do we do that?
Mm-hmm. I was asking myself the same thing. So, and I was looking at where we choose to go to what's possible. And then I was asking, if we went to impossible, will that create more? Would that get us out of the box of what we think we could do? So that's why I was asking, the impossible things. And it came from a quote from Alice in Wonderland, 6 impossible things before breakfast.
Yeah.
So when you make it impossible, like, does the impossible become possible? If you can just like pack it in and just like, I'm doing this, what does it create? So that was kind of my MO. And just say, instead of choosing safely and choosing small within the safe parameters of how we've chosen before, what question can I ask to just go, like, if something is so impossible that you just would never believe that you could do it, what would that be?
Because they sort of choose it, but then it's with the choosing it with, well, that would never happen kind of thing.
Right. So that's where maybe the question is a bit limited. Okay.
Yeah.
Because as I was going through that more, I was like, okay, so if it's impossible, you've already decided you can't do it, or you don't want it, or whatever. So maybe it's a faulty question.
Impossible means it's just an opinion.
Yeah, it is. It is a point of view. So what points of views of impossible are you using to lock up your creations? Mm-hmm. So whether something is possible or impossible, where is that stopping you from creating? And everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So it was kind of a cheeky attempt to open up to something more beyond what you'd ever considered.
Well, and there is an energy of like this. There's a lightness to it, because it's like, it doesn't seem that impossible that I could have a conversation with Gary and even say, hey, what would take me on your team? Like, that's not like a ridiculously impossible, but
Right.
it's like, but it's impossible.
Right. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Everything you decided that it's impossible and it's possible, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys and beyond. So again, if we come back to, if I choose that, what will that create?
Mm-hmm.
So choosing to talk to Gary or Diva, what does that create?
Mm-hmm.
And is it Gary? Is it Diva? What is the right time, like timing?
Timing and who, and who and the timing
And how, like, is it email? Is it text? Is it like, how can they receive what you have to ask?
Yeah.
And you've been in Access long enough to know that there is an art to that.
Well, I will be in Houston for the class, so
True.
connect.
Yeah.
I have, now with the X-Men stuff I've done, I have some other, like a sideline involving, like, what if all of the kids that are described as normal are X-Men, and what capacities are we not acknowledging in the normal kids? Let's say the kids that I teach who are not necessarily labeled with any of the things, autism, OCD, ADHD. What if they are the X-Men? And my point of view is they are the X-Men as well.
Right.
So looking at all of these out of the box exceptions, and it's like, wow, like there's a whole nother playground here.
Yeah. And then if everybody is out of the box, then it's more like, what are all of our capacities, like, beyond the labels of the box?
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't have to label anything, and what of the normal kids are we not acknowledging? That's brilliant.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Cool. So what action could you take in the next week to bring that, to get more clarity, to bring it more to fruition?
I would say now's not quite the time. I would
Mm-hmm.
say when I go to Houston, which is only a couple of weeks away,
Okay.
would be the time. Unless I send a quick email to the host saying, that I don't know. I thought with Brent and George, I could say, is it possible if you're going for lunch that I could join you? I'd love to make a connection there. Or,
Yeah.
I don't know, ask questions around that.
Yeah, just really being the question. Cool. Great. So anything else?
Anything else?
Any of those impossible things, are they all doable? Trying to pull up the Facebook.
Yeah. I had fun with the impossibles in the sports.
Yeah.
Just
right.
Just slightly outside of the targets that I would choose.
Okay.
Ridiculously outside of the target. My target might be 59 minutes.
Right.
And I said, okay, what would it take to do 7 minutes? So it's a fun playground asking questions. Okay, well, what would it take, body, to do that 57-minute 10K?
Right. And is it impossible from other people's points of views or your point of view, or both?
Probably more mine than anyone else's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any one of those that you're playing it safe with?
Meaning there could be even more.
Mm-hmm. Trying to find where they are.
Yeah, the 3 numbers or do you mean all of the lists?
Just all of them.
All of them.
So create a lighter body weight for racing training. And where does this come from? Is it things that you actually choose, or that would be ridiculously impossible?
No, in that case, it wouldn't be ridiculously impossible. It's just like a question, what would it take? And not coming from like, I have a point of view, I have to be lighter. It's just like, I wonder what it's like to be on that bicycle and with a lighter body. So that, maybe that's not an impossible.
Or see, what I'm trying to get at is, like, are these things you're actually choosing? Or are you choosing it because it's impossible?
I don't know the answer to that.
So,
in those, like in the case of the races, I'm choosing to target those numbers,
okay.
and they're
So,
I have
so
to
from,
they're impossible.
okay. And then who would you be if you made them? Who would you be if you didn't? Any of that you're making significant at all?
No, wouldn't really change anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, what would create out of all that list? I don't know if you have the list here, but what would create actually your target or where you're actually going? So break 57 minutes in a 10K race, break 35K hour pace in 20K time trial, generate $50.
50,000.
Oh, $50,000. $50. Stop judging my body. Attend SOP New York. Be hosted for foundation class by the ocean, 10 participants minimum. Like, what does that create when I'm reading it? Be a guest on a telecall with large listening audience. Talk to Gary and Diva about joining the X-Men team. Intro talks in London and beyond with a large paying audience.
Yeah, like, I mean, the beginning of the list is just like, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
And then the bottom of the list, all those things are things that have a lightness to them. Like they're not impossible.
Right. Okay. So what are you, and this is for both of you, Judith, and like for myself too, is like, what is underneath it? What is coming from within you that, like, what are you choosing?
Yeah.
What's the big choice that's creating these other choices almost? Like, kind of like, why?
What's the word almost? It's because I'm choosing less than all of the ridiculous.
Okay. So,
Like just under all of those ridiculousnesses.
okay.
Or
So,
a different time frame. Like we said, 3 months.
mm-hmm.
So they might be ridiculous in this 3-month period, but they have the energy of the future in them.
Okay, cool. So everywhere that you haven't acknowledged that they have the energy of the future in them, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah, that's
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So, and Judith too, are you aware of your choices now creating for your future?
I'm more now aware of feeling more greater and lighter. I'm seeing a lot of things, and I've seen where I went wrong. Mine was confident and had to use the confidence to put it into enthusiasm. So if I put enthusiasm, I can conquer the fear.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one intention after another. So I'm just
Okay,
kind of
cool.
expanding and at the same time
Yeah.
seeing the space lighting it. I don't know.
Okay, cool. And everywhere, so there's also an energy coming up when you talk about intention. Like, what is the energy of intention around creating, rather than like just creating it and choosing it? It's like, if you intend to do something, is it now or is it later or never?
I try to fix it now, and then I also do something about it later.
And
I felt like I'm playing with chaos and order, and
You're awesome too.
yeah. So, and everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
yes,
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds, and all the good intentions, rather than just choosing every moment. Like, how, like, what is the saying? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So what if beyond intention is choice? Like, the choice creates. So, Mary, out of your 13 impossible things to choose, what is one of those choices that will actually create what you're going for? Is there anything on that list? Or is there something else?
Say that again. Is there something?
So out of like, and both of you have your different lists of things that you would like to get out of this 3 months, your impossible things. What, this is so slippery.
I'll say one.
Yeah, it is.
How
Is
does
there,
it work?
no, now how does it work? Just a second. Is there anything that in there that is a true choice of where you actually want to go? Like which one of those? So attend SOP in New York. What does that create? Stop judging my body. What does that create? Create a lighter body weight. Like, is there something maybe in each one of those that is pointing to something that's a bigger choice?
Yeah, it's like choosing the telecall, creating a telecall and guests on the on a telecall,
Okay.
which requires me acknowledging my capacities to do that.
Uh-huh.
Asking questions around it. That feels the lightest.
Okay, cool. And exciting?
Yeah.
That would be for me.
Yeah.
What's
And
that,
the
Judith?
others feel exciting, very exciting too, but they're more future.
More future? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't see the future for me for the telecall because I was always afraid of the telecall because of the fact that I don't always able to pick certain words that I'd have to use like a tape recorder to see if I can repeat that so I can catch on. Maybe I don't pick up the FTs or the EDs or the GAs. There's certain vowels I have trouble when it comes to the telecall. I really look forward to figuring out how I can make all your high stuff, your Zoom, the telecall. Can I put it into closed caption? I have to do something that's better for me. Then I
Cool.
thought about how I wanted to get somebody that can do closed caption, and then on the far right-hand corner, put sign language so that it accommodates both ways. Where we can, a
Awesome.
lot of us can read, but we can't grasp all the time what you say. If you turn your face sideways or you go the other way, or if I hear from other people, we're lost.
Right. Cool.
I've dealt
So
with 5 years with all the people that are deaf, and then all the people that are hard of hearing, and then all the people that have perfect hearing.
wow.
So
Wow.
we get together once every 5 years to find technology that we can accommodate them all. So now I
Cool.
want to put something that I'm going to put in.
Awesome. That sounds pretty impossible.
No,
No. And I mean, what capacities do you have with language, with hearing, with communication that you're not acknowledging? And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So what gift can you be to these
To help
telecalls?
others.
What's that?
I had thought about that, what gifts to help others that are many of them that are hard of hearing and deaf and want to be part of it.
Yeah.
Gives in, gives up, quit and say, it's too complicated, they say.
Yeah.
They like to do the action or feel everything. They don't like to get involved with too much telecall.
Right. And there's another piece to that too, because there's a lot of people that I've met in Access who speak a different language. They speak Italian, and a lot of it is in English. So there's a communication thing there.
I use those. I love those translations. I use it as a translator and the things on the thing. I have sisters-in-law that speak French, and I don't speak French, so I translate her and she translates me. So we still have a way of communicating.
That's what I'm saying. So can you please acknowledge that?
Yes.
Like the way that we can because our first language is energy. Our first language is body language. Only 7% comes through the actual words of communicating what something is. So everything that doesn't allow you to acknowledge that, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all night, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I get your point that how cool would it be to have closed captioned and signing on these, the visual pieces that go on Access TV and everything. How cool is that?
Well, the part I like about it is you can be in a noisy environment in a room and I still will not lose out to
Right.
be able to hear you. I can be in a restaurant, still get a chance to use the Wi-Fi, never lose out on you guys. And I see the closed caption. So to me, there's a big advantage for that.
So do you have information on that already, Judith?
I'm going to work on it. There was people that was in closed, that's called, it's in New York. So
Okay.
I'm going to explore that and see how I can connect it with you guys or connect it with, I don't know, I'm going to do some exploration because I do
Nice.
not want to get into the call yet.
Yep, cool. So both of you are at different places with that whole thing. And just a side note, Sabina is willing and able to join us for the next time, March 28th at 7 o'clock. She is here to help us get onto Zoom, learn how to set it up, and any other technical questions that you have about Zoom or communicating
I put Zoom
online.
in, I did download the Zoom into mine, but every time I see your Zoom, I'm trying to figure out, maybe I go and click on that Zoom. No, maybe I need to find a way to what do you call that? To go on the internet and
all you need to do is just what you did to get in. So how did you get in tonight, Judith?
I looked all over the Facebook looking for you, trying to figure out where that class is, where you guys, I thought maybe you guys were on a Facebook where I had to look for a group called your name somehow.
So the name is called Next Steps Intimate Coaching.
Next 2 steps?
Next Steps Intimate Coaching is what you type into the search.
Oh,
Can I just show you something? I'm going to share my screen.
Please.
I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. I know we're kind of all over the place, but can you see it?
I see a screen.
Do you see the Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. So here is our.
Oh, right there.
This is our.
Under the shortcut, asset consciousness, and the next step to intimate. That's what I don't have on mine.
So these are the shortcuts. And you go to see notifications and the 3 dots.
Yes.
Click on that. And it says you can pin to shortcuts. So mine's pinned up here. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
So
I've got my.
Or I'll lose you.
No, you can't. Yeah, you could go on your own, but just.
Yeah.
You'll see this. I will record this and send it to you, and you can see this and do it for yourself.
Do I require you have to be at the other end?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No. So you go to the Facebook. This is what it looks like. This is what Mary did, her post. This is my post on the 5 steps to happiness. Whoops. Sorry, it's very jumpy. Right. So this is our.
I thought you only had 3 people, her, myself, and I saw another.
We do. Sabina, Mary, and Judith. 1, 2, 3. So Sabina is on it. She's just an admin person. So these are the members. And up here, under this, it says secret group. And there's a locked thing.
Okay.
So only the 4 of us, me, Sabina, you, and Mary, can comment. Nobody else sees this on their Facebook. Only you do. Only the 4 of us.
And you are open every day for this? Like if I needed to ask you a question, is this where I should go?
Exactly.
I was wondering how you guys do that for the whole week.
Mm-hmm. So you just, when it says write post, you just write something, you just type in,
and then that's where
Juna, help.
I'll catch on. Thank you.
Help. And then click post. And there it is. Okay. So, and nobody else is joined. It's all private to us.
Okay.
So, and then if we take photos and we want to post photos, we can click on photos. These are all the different photos I've posted. Members, if we want to see members, here's all the members. Discussion. Here's the
Okay, great.
discussion. Okay,
Okay,
so cool.
that helps.
Yeah. And then I just stop sharing. Awesome. So if you want more of that, we can do more of that on next time with Sabina here. Okay.
Okay.
And use her brain. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I said we would work on stopping points tonight.
Yes.
Let's clear some stopping points. So is there anything stopping you from choosing more? Everything that brings up. Timing?
Website. Yeah, because I noticed that I'm trying to get onto the Access website and my passwords have all changed and I can't get in with the password they gave me. So
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out, go to the old system. My computer has been changed now from the email system to a newer system by the web people.
Okay.
And I'm having a hard time fixing it all up. I did not get into Access Consciousness so I can get everything there and fix it up, sign up. So
Okay, so
still-
save those questions for next week.
because they said that everything had to be done before April the 1st.
Right, April 3rd.
I mean, April the 3rd. Okay.
Yeah, and they do have office hours. So
Do I
that you
have
can, I don't know if you guys got the same email that I did. Did you get an email, Mary, to check out your?
Yeah, I had all the details
Okay,
for website changeover and
okay. I didn't know if I got it just because I was staff or if everybody got it, but you got an email and then it tells you all these videos to look at and to change your profile and to get a profile. And then they have a thing where there's office hours. They're available right now and they will be available after we talk if you want to go there and figure it all out. But
Can you give me a clearing statement for that? 'Cause it's like those of us who have day jobs.
well,
Well,
it is.
the contact? So I didn't know how to go about getting into that Access. I seen the profile. I did the very first one. But now,
Good. That's a start. And yeah, okay, so clearing on everywhere you feel like you're behind because you've got a full day job and you don't have the time to do all this stuff. Will you destroy it and create it all?
Yeah.
Times a Godzillion, Right, Wrong, Good, Bad, All Nine, Pod, Poc, Shorts, Boys and Beyonds, and Truth. Is now the time to go in and change it or later?
Later.
no, as soon as possible.
So their access is going through big changes, and right now it is pretty much in a big kind of mess. I'm giving it a little bit of time to
Okay.
let it kind of sift through because I've gone through my profile, I've posted my classes, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that's missing. They're very well aware of it. They're correcting it as best they can on that end. But until they do that, there's really nothing more that I can say.
Well, my thought was if I go and sign up now, then I can be on the correct new website so that when it comes to April the 3rd, or do I wait till after April the 3rd? So that's why I thought then it would be easier to just.
So Judith, do you have a profile page already? I guess
Yeah.
you do.
Yes.
Okay. So you do want to go on that and you do want to change your new things.
Yes.
So you've already changed your profile?
No, I mean, that profile was the old one. I mean, from a long time ago, from November.
Okay, but did you post your classes? you
Yeah,
have
but I
any
gotta check. My classes have been changed to April the 7th
Okay, so you know how to do it.
website.
Do you know how to do it?
No, not yet. I've got to explore that as much as possible. That was my goal to do tonight.
Okay. So what I did, my password kept changing and changing and changing. I had to get a new one every single time I logged in. And then I just keep getting a new password. So that's what I'm doing. And I can get in on my page and then I just make the changes as I can and just make sure to save all the changes on the new site.
But how do you get your new password if they don't send it to you?
They do. It just takes a while. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep this technical stuff off to the side a little bit.
yes.
And I'm happy to talk with you too, Judith, after this call a little bit if you need to talk about that stuff. But I want to just really focus it on your creations. And I know this is a big part of it, is getting clear on the website. But where else are you stopping yourself? What else is getting in the way of you moving forward and creating more?
I see where I compartmentalize my projects. Like I put them, like my projects in boxes, and then I finish one. It's like, oh, I finished foundations and a whole bunch of school things. And it's like, oh, I'm going to take a break now.
Right.
You know, so that's definitely a stopping point.
Uh-huh. And what if you let all of your creations contribute to all of your creations, like foundation and report cards and just all of these things to contribute to everything? And what's the value of putting everything into a box?
Yeah.
And is that even yours?
No.
Everything that brings up, everywhere it's not yours, trying to make the round hole fit into the square peg or whatever, and it just doesn't ever quite fit, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds, and all the sources of separation that you're throwing in to stop creation. It's like separating everything out. Will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyond. So what does get created when you separate everything?
Nothing. I mean,
What's that, Judith?
You would think it's loss of time loss, wasting. And you get frustrated. So you
Okay.
kind of put it off, or go back again the next day or something.
All right. So everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all name, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyond. So truth, are you separate?
no.
Are you separate from your creations? And, everywhere that you bought that, you have to reward yourself with a rest. Will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyond. More and more, I've been asking all of my creations to contribute to all of my creations, and even going beyond my creations. So there's lots of creating going on in Access, in the world. Like, how many people are creating classes in consciousness, not just in Access? We say, oh, well, I'll just get energy from Gary and Dane. Well, what over the whole world and the planet and the universe is contributing to consciousness? What contribution can you and your body be to consciousness all around the world, and having it to contribute to you? So all the classes in consciousness around the world, what contribution can they be to you, your body, your life, your creations? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then acknowledging that's another thing we talked about last week, is acknowledging that everything that you're being is a contribution, right? So like, Mary, you could separate your school stuff from your Access stuff, but how much of a contribution has the school been to your Access world, and the Access world to the school?
Yeah. Well, there's not separation there really.
Mm-hmm.
Currently.
Yeah. And to your working out and the triathlons and just everything you're choosing.
I mean, that's the fun part, is it comes into everything, but I just perceive how it's that energy of, I'm going to take a little break now, and what awareness is in there. Sometimes, like, just physically, okay, I'm going to take 2 weeks off of, being on the computer or posting classes or that, whatever that is, right?
Right. And like, everywhere that you kind of muddled it up with taking a break from consciousness, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Yeah. Right,
wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyond. So, Yeah. Yeah. What awareness are you having with that your body needs a rest?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not a separation from consciousness. It's just a creating in a different way. I mean,
Mhm.
you always consciousness is there.
So you said creating in a different way. So is that like your creations creating themselves?
Yeah, like I am always creating for a future. You
Yeah.
know, interactions with my kids, having this conversation is creating for the future. Everything's creating for a future.
Yeah.
It's just that linear reality of, I'm going to post a class and I'm going to do this. Like right now, it's just like, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that energy, right? It's like, right now, I don't really feel like going in and posting classes. Like,
Yeah. So is that a stopping point or is that a choice?
that would be a choice because you're not stopping everything. You're just
Mhm.
choosing not to do those particular things right
Right.
now.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anything else that's getting in the way of creation?
Mine is to have access to a computer program or something. Because I lost mine because my daughter and husband got divorced and I was always under all their programs. So now I have to buy all my own. So I got to get my computer set up because everything is now starting to be stuck. Because we were all under one. And
Right.
now that they're divorced, we all have to have our own computer.
Right. So is there someone that can help you with that?
Yeah, my daughter and I are trying to see if we can get together and do our programs so that we both would always have it and cover one another.
Cool.
So I'm like a team,
Nice.
but I need that space to work on it.
But you're not stopping.
No, I want to still make it. I'm trying. I got a lot of little, I felt like roadblocks.
Yeah.
So we're fixing all those roadblocks as I keep coming across them.
So one of the things that Sabina and I've been doing this week is throwing some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s into everywhere that we've been stuck in our business. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s is an algorithm interrupt. So the algorithms are the ones and the zeros that make up like the binary coding in computers. And it's everywhere that we've been really locked into polarity or just stuck and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and interrupt any habitual patterns or anything that we've created. Okay, so it's a tool that you might want to use. So do you want to do that right now and we'll shield our computers because sometimes when we do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s, the computers are built on algorithms. So we don't want to interrupt that. But so anywhere that just perceive an area in your business, in your life, your creations, that is like a stuck point. Do y'all have that?
Say that again.
A stuck energy. Is there any kind of stuck energy in your body, in your life, in your business? Money.
I feel healthy. That's not stopping me.
Okay.
The only thing that's stopping me is my computer. And
Okay.
I got the time. I'm on my right. I'm not looking for.
Okay. So all of that.
Every time I see it, that's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Hoping to just keep on going.
Okay. Cool. So would you be willing to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to have ease with your computer?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So everywhere that you're stuck with that, and shield your computer from any kind of change that would create. So on 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With me, you can do it with me. Okay. Just take it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more on any stuck energy anywhere in your life, in your body, your computer, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, cool. So I am digging those 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. And there's more. There's what is the?
I had that written down. And I've been
The 6 is memory. The 7 is
Magic.
magic. 8, I thought 8 was magic, but you only do it for, number 8 is for a reality beyond this reality. So you only do it for a reality beyond this reality. You don't ever do it personally for yourself. An 8, you don't do that for yourself. A 9 is death. And 10, I forget what that is.
I've only gotten to 7.
Oh, just 7. Okay.
My training's only gone to 7.
Okay. Well, I don't know what mine's gone
I
to,
need
but
more current class apparently.
I was just in the COP in Copenhagen. We just live streamed that one, and we were in the ESB recently, so we just got a little more of that stuff. So
is there
those
a COP that you would recommend for purchase? A COP that you would recommend for purchase?
there is one coming up in one that's already been done, you mean?
Or coming up, yeah.
There's one coming up in Charleston, South Carolina in August, and that's right before Costa Rica.
Yeah, it might be too close. I think there's one in maybe Tokyo.
Yeah, so I would just ask.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just ask some questions. I wouldn't recommend this past one.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the body that you could do a streamline? Eric said that there was a streamline. It's like a class, and he's going to Houston, and he asked if I would invite to the streamline, and apparently it's like $75. Does that work? Do I have to have a Zoom in order to do a streamline?
It's called a live stream class, and you can host a pod for a live stream class, right? So I think the one in Houston, advanced body class is not, they're never live streamed.
It's not the advanced, it's called Right for Your Body. It's somebody
Right Body for You?
Yeah, something like that, Right Body for You.
So yeah, there's an opportunity to be able to be a live stream host for certain classes. And what's that?
He's doing co-hosting. He asked if I would come. I said, I ain't paying for an airfare just to go there for one class.
Right. So you would live stream it. You can live stream it at home. That's what Sabina and I did on the weekend. We live streamed the Copenhagen COP class in our own home. So there's a number of classes and prereqs with Access that you can take online, live streamed. You don't have to drive there or fly there. You can just take it from your home.
I do it from my own home. Do I need a special program? Does it have to be with Zoom or with
You have to have internet. You have to have a good solid internet connection. And then there's all kinds of instructions that they give you once you decide you want to be a host for a pod.
But you can't go and enjoy that live stream without having to be a host?
Right. You can just host it by just watching it yourself. You're a host for yourself.
Oh.
Or if you want to make money, you can host it and have other people come to it. And then you get part of yours at a reduced rate. And there's a whole thing on being a pod host. So you can actually make money with that and take a class. So that's a whole other piece.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask you about something on my list? I thought if I was going to try a Zoom call,
yeah,
it would be a contribution for me to do a call to invite the Ontario Bars facilitators.
What do you know?
And just chat about, creating classes and what's worked for me and questions I've asked.
Awesome. Great. And then it's more like, how can you get, who they are. So maybe they're your Facebook friends or whatever. Because Access doesn't give out those lists. Like,
right.
You can't really have access to, okay, who are all the bars facilitators and practitioners in Ontario?
Can I go to Access Ontario, the Facebook group, and just say, hey, you know what, I'm doing my trial Zoom and this is the topic. Anyone want to jump in?
Awesome.
And
How
then
cool is that?
give the information, and it really, really super informal.
I think, and you're a CF, so you can do that, and it's under 4 hours, and I
Yeah.
think that's all cool.
And I think actually Emily and whoever else is doing, we're asking for people. I didn't want to commit. You know, they were
Right.
saying, you know, they were looking for commitment to people to support.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, how does it get better than that? That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's just a lot of people in the highways and byways who are, you know, they've taken a bars class and they feel alone. They're in, you know, some rural area, or they just have nobody in their family that supports them. And, you know, just getting together and talking.
Yeah.
And then, you know some stuff about bars, and you could, you know, say, oh, go here if you have questions about bars and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Nice. So are you, both of you, are you willing to be a leader in your own life?
Yes.
No matter if anybody follows.
Yeah. Oh, that's evident.
What did you say? No matter if anybody what?
Follows you.
Oh,
So Judith, can you tilt your computer so we can see your face? Yes, there we go.
okay.
Nice. So that's something I've been playing with too, is like, am I willing to be a leader even if no one comes?
Even if no one comes?
Yeah. Am I willing to be so me that I will do and be me no matter what, even if other people don't come to my party, they don't come to my classes. Right?
Yeah.
And it's, again, it's about being as weird and wonderful and wacky as you truly be. Right? Without making yourself wrong. So, you know, if you didn't make yourself wrong about anything that you chose, what would you choose that you're not choosing? You know, what could you be choosing that you're not choosing? Because you're afraid of being judged, nobody will come.
Well, I was resisting for a long time. Like, I'm stepping up the facilitation because I'm getting more into, like, I'm have delivered for a long time what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, cool. It's a contribution to their worlds. And then as I've been challenging them and, you know, going into more like, no bullshit, like cut the crap, are you really willing to choose something different? Some of them are going, we're not so sure we want to hang around you anymore. And a lot of people that I've been doing classes with are just kind of like going and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And that came when I just started to step up into more of me and just say, hey,
Yeah.
like, do you want facilitation or don't you want facilitation? And I may not deliver what you are hoping to hear.
Yeah. And, there was something that came to me, but so, anyways, that's super cool and cool awareness. And it was something about, did you decide something? I mean, where did you decide facilitation was giving people what they wanted to hear? And everything that is, will we all destroy and uncreate all that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, poc, shorts, boys and beyonds. And are you willing to be so different and so controversial that people might go away? Oh, and where did you decide that when you're being you, people will leave? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, poc, shorts, boys and beyonds.
And so what if they do?
Exactly.
The willingness to, like you said, to be the only person.
And the willingness to lose.
To lose, yeah.
Right. And I talked about that briefly the first time. Is like, need and loss are proofs of finite being.
Need and loss are proof for what?
Proofs of finite being.
Oh, infinite being?
They are
Or
proofs of finite being. So A finite being is worried about losing. An
Okay.
infinite being, would they worry about losing? Would they lose? How could you lose anything if you're an infinite being?
It's boundless.
Exactly.
Boundless.
But we're so afraid of losing that we don't even begin sometimes.
Okay.
Like, what if we lose? What if it doesn't work out? What if so and so leaves? But what are we? Sometimes those things really have to go. Like all of our judgments. What if we lost our judgments? What if we lost our right points of views, our fixed points of views? All of that stuff. Bye. See ya. I can lose that. But we act like we don't want to lose anything, including that stuff. So how willing are you to lose? And everything that you decided that losing is wrong and bad, will you destroy, none, create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere that you decided that if you're willing to lose, then you will have to lose, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys and beyonds.
That's that separation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Loss and need, that separation. If you're not having separation, if you don't have loss and need, there's no separation.
Yeah. And we, as an infinite being, you don't need anything. You really don't. There's nothing that you need that you cannot create. So as infinite beings, we have energy, space, and consciousness available at all times. And that is the prima materia of creating in this reality, or just creating. And we think we can lose it. No, we're just being finite then. So everywhere that we're pretending to be finite, when we're actually infinite and can create infinite possibilities, will we destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys and beyonds. And do you get that you can choose anything? Yeah. And then what is it that would be fun for you, nurturing for your body, I mean, it doesn't even have to be that. You could also choose something that would be very difficult to do if that was fun for you. Right? It's like the power that we have to choose is our one true power and potency. So how could we access that more? And what could we be choosing that we're not choosing?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this last week I was just looking at ways like we have big choices and small choices, but choices where I can be more nourishing to me, to my body.
yeah.
And sometimes, as an example, I canceled a rehearsal for early morning rehearsal for Tuesdays.
Right.
And I could go, I had time at the Y to put some body lotion on after a swim. And then I went home and I had a little extra breakfast and I took my time. It's like, wow.
Rather than pushing and pushing.
Rather than pushing and pushing and pushing and like this time frame and everything. So just for me, the last week or two, just looking at ways, what can I do for my body? Like small things, not big things.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to take time. It just takes a choice.
The choice, yeah.
Right. What can I choose today that can change this? And we often think it has to be this big choice. Yeah. And it can be just a small choice, for lack of a better way of,
yeah.
Don't mean to qualify it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what else is there? How else can I contribute to you? I'm so excited. I want to just like,
There's still something there about stopping points, but I'm not quite sure. We'll look at it this week.
Yeah, because I kind of sprung that on you tonight. But just, in the next week, notice anywhere that you stop yourself. Or the outside world. Like how much do you let other things and people and computers stop you?
Yeah.
Or is it you stopping you?
Mm-hmm.
And then the computer and the people are an excuse. right? So yeah, that's a great question for the next time is like, where are you stopping yourself? And then we can work that out through the Facebook group, because our next meeting will be with technical stuff with Sabina. So bring all your technical questions about how do I do a Zoom? What?
That's what I'm working on, trying to get all those things so that I can get ready for the access and for the website, and
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to do. The Facebook, I'm not too familiar more yet. I'm still learning it.
Yeah. And you can put your questions on Facebook now that you know how to get on there.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure I set that up right after I finish with you to see that down there.
So it's just Next Steps Intimate Coaching. That's the line that you use, and then you can ask your questions on there throughout the week.
I'm looking for your Synergy in Motion, but Synergy in Motion is just an email, right?
Synergy in Motion is my business. Me and Sabina run Synergy in Motion, and we do coaching and classes and, personal sessions. That's Synergy in Motion. That's my business.
Okay.
Okay. And so Access Consciousness is the modality that we use primarily in Synergy in Motion.
I did have one question I wanted to ask that maybe you could help me out with that.
Yep.
When you set up classes, whether it's Access, Vision, or whatever you have on the website, Facebook and that, when you guys put all your information in there, the linking done where you have to put www.accessconsciousness.com or .net, that particular linking in your flyers or any place where you are registering for the classes?
If you're writing like promotional things, like you're saying, okay, I'm doing this Access facelift, or I'm doing Correcting Vision, you want to say that it's based on the work of Gary Douglas and Access Consciousness, if any printed material.
Well, I know that they have videos and the tubes and everything there. What I'm concerned is, do those linking have anything to do with payment, or is it something I should put on there and say it's okay, they can explore Access Consciousness more, so
Sure.
they help the people out?
Depends where you want to lead people. Do you want to lead them to your website, or do you want to lead them to Access Consciousness, or both? It's a great question.
I had one, but
so now you have your profile page on accessconsciousness.com. So of course you would like to lead people there, because that's where they can find out about you. That's where they can find out more about other Access Consciousness things.
And how does that work? Does that work like www.accessconsciousness and then .com.u?
No.
Your name? Did that?
No, that would be a special thing. So what you can put on there is just www.accessconsciousness.com. That would be where they would find you. And then once you have your profile page, you would click on your profile page, and whatever comes up in the bar on top, you would highlight that, and that's the link to your profile page. So that's a little bit more doing. I'm wondering if
And how does it work with payment for classes? Access Consciousness take any payment for classes? Like, do you take, you're the headquarters? Or is it where
if it's your class, you have to take the payment.
Okay.
So you have to have a way of taking payment. It's Access doesn't take that. So if people come to you for a bars class, they have to pay you. They're not paying Access.
Okay, that's why I was wondering whether it all goes to them or to you, or how'd that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can talk with you a little bit more about it, Judith. How are you doing with this, Mary? Do you want to go, or?
No, I need to get some supper.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I might just talk with Judith a little bit more on this, and I'll still record it.
Perfect time if you want. I just wanted to I know Mary seems to be more experienced, because I saw her hosting for the first time. I saw her at your 3A Foundation.
Yeah.
I've always wanted hosting.
But Judy, the cool thing is that about like 2 years ago, I knew nothing I did not know how to do a Facebook post. I just set up Facebook. Honestly,
That's
I have
true.
learned so much. I didn't know how to do Meetup, how to create events. Like this was my second time hosting Juna. The first time I hosted Juna, I
Right.
didn't know what a Google Doc was. So it's been fun and I've learned so much. But honestly, like 2 years ago, I didn't know any of this.
Okay, that's good news.
And I thought, well, you got to be experienced, and who are you going to find that's going to help you out? And
Yeah,
that's when I saw Dr. Dane here on Today, Where Happiness Is, and it was close to the end where he said, if you really don't know where you get help, don't think that way, because there is always help in other people out there.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Cool.
June is great. And then, the page is there too, like, a technical question.
Yeah. So Judith, stay on, and then Mary will sign off with you
Okay.
and get some dinner. I'm going to record this still with Judith, and we'll go for another, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. Okay?
Cool. All right. Thanks.
All right. Talk later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
So do you know how to end? Just leave meeting?
Yep. Got it.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Okay. Bye.
We're supposed to end this?
No,
Oh,
no, she just ended. I'll keep talking with you if I can help you with a couple other questions if you have them.
okay, I do. I'm
Mhm.
looking at the screen. Before, I always had a picture of you really big. I have a picture of you, myself, and Mary on the screen. How do you make it so that it's just one?
So if it's just one, you go up, take your mouse, your little
Yeah.
cursor, and go up to the right-hand corner. Hover up to the right-hand corner. Do you see gallery view?
I see a speaker view.
Okay, good. So click on it.
A
Click.
speaker view.
Click on speaker view.
Me up on the top. That's where Mary would have been on the top, and I could see the bigger view.
Yeah.
That
So
would be
there's a
better.
gallery view and there's a speaker view. So right now, so this is speaker view, gallery view.
Okay, that's okay. The gallery view is one that I saw with all the pictures. So the
Yeah.
speaker view is one I want to use all the time. Okay, with you.
Yeah, if you want to see
Right.
the main speaker,
Uh-huh.
then use speaker view.
Okay.
Is that you?
I noticed another thing that record. I know it says record. Hello. Hi, honey. Oh, is everything okay? Okay then, just be safe. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. My husband not coming home tonight.
Okay.
Anyway, now this button that I see that said record or record.
Yes.
Would I have been able to record you and everything what Mary said?
Yes.
So
So
I lost out.
no. So what I'm doing,
Oh.
I'm considered the host of this. So I'm recording it, and I record it, and then I will put it into Hightail and then send it to you through email. That's what I did last week. Did you get that email?
Yes, I did. I got all of them. I downloaded it today, and I put it on my system. So because
Awesome.
there was a sign that said 60 days you delete everything. I
Yes.
want to make sure you had it.
So congratulations, you figured that out. Awesome. It's
I'm getting
little bit by little bit, right? So other times
Yes.
you could have recorded that for yourself, but I'm doing that. It makes it a little easier. You don't have to worry about it. That's one of the things that I can do. Next week, when Sabina talks you through it, she can tell you about you recording it for yourself.
Okay. But
Okay.
during the time I'm with you and all the time with the class, do not press that record button. Would it offset you? Would it
Nope,
throw
not
you-
at all. You could record it if you wanted to. It's just, what do you do with it afterwards? Because you have to know how to you have to know how to handle it after it's recorded. And you need to give it time to process. And then it goes into a folder on your Zoom account. And then you need to know, it's usually a big file. So you have to take that file and put it into something called Hightail. So you
Okay.
can't just take that file and send it in an email to someone. You could do it for your own self if you know how to do it. It's not going to affect my recording at all.
Okay. No.
So it's something
Is
that
this-
you can learn how to do.
Is this something that keeping this hightail is something I can have and still do when I do the classes? And
Yep. And we can have Sabina
Carry
talk
on.
about Hightail too. I think it's
Yeah.
free, and
Okay.
it's pretty easy. And just, yeah, we can put that all, it will be recorded. So when you're ready to do telecalls and Zoom Hangouts, you'll have all that information, and then you can go to this recording and see how it's done.
Okay, now if I were to turn around and check out New York and everything there that I want with closed caption, how am I going to tell them what your end is so that I can have a closed caption? If I can have something where only those that require it, or does it have to be on both ends, where your end and my end?
That's a
You know
good
how,
question.
because a lot of times there's phones and monitors. The only way it would work is if I have it at one end and she has it on the other end. And that's my communication with other people that are deaf. But then
Right.
people like you, we have
Yeah.
to go between a middle operator that has to take that stuff and convert it. So that's the extra dollars where it costs for that person to do that transition.
Right.
Unless we can get it where you can buy the program with the closed caption. I don't know. It's something I need to look into. So
Great.
you call that Hightail if I were to tell that company.
No,
Your program is
no, it's not
No?
Hightail. I would talk to Zoom. Like
to
Zoom, zoom.us.
Okay.
Okay, that's the company that's recording this. Hightail is a place, Hightail is where you store folders. It's a storage system. It's not a communication system.
Okay, so it's a separate, I thought it was a separate application, just like it's an Excel or Microsoft Word or PowerPoint.
No, it is, think of it as a storage, it stores a file and sends it. So you put a file in it and you can send it, because a file like this is got lots of information. You can't send it on a normal email. You have
Okay.
to send it through something that can handle a bigger file.
All right. Otherwise, it can slow your email system.
Well,
down.
it wouldn't even send.
Right. Okay, great. Now,
Okay.
you have that video on the bottom, and then I see two participants. That's me and you.
Yep. And if you,
And then the share screen. What's that share screen mean? Is it sharing my screen or like what you were doing?
yeah, we're going to talk about this next time. We're going to talk about all the features on the Zoom. We're going to talk about that next time. Okay.
Okay.
I think we've done like a lot for tonight. And
Okay.
then we'll talk about all these little details about Zoom next time, and it'll be recorded. And Sabina is awesome with explaining things.
Okay, now I hope I get a lot of this done and everything, and I'm going to work on it as much as I can. I may have questions for you, and it will probably be tomorrow and the next day, because the 2 days I'm going to work on it. So now that I know where to go with notifications, set that up, I'll see what I can ask you for.
Yeah.
Does it require when you have to in, or you'll just answer what I can put in there?
Yeah, just you type it in, or we can still use the telephone if you want to, whatever is easy.
Okay.
Um,
So when you end with you, do you always press that leave meeting button? Is that how
you would do that. I, as the host, have something called end the meeting.
Oh,
So
okay. So I don't
I'm
have
the
to
only
worry.
one with the power that can end it. You can leave it. Right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we can talk about the rest of the Zoom for next week. Okay.
here.
You're so welcome.
That gets me started. I appreciate it.
Yes. Awesome. You're doing great. And, you know, truly what Mary said too, like how she didn't know anything. I didn't know anything when I started either. So you learn bit by bit and it's all learnable. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's what makes me feel like a little more confident. Just jump in and don't. I played with a lot of mistakes, so I learned it. And I just send a few things out to facilitators, and they send to me back. You know, you made a few mistakes here, but I'm learning from it.
It's okay. There's no mistakes. There's only choice. It's just creation.
There is one thing. That flyer that you had with your head chart, the head charts with the pictures of the bars, and then there's that little one.
Yes.
I want to know if I could use that little one for the flyers. Now, do I have to have permission from the headquarters, or because I'm a bar facilitator, I wanted to advertise with that little bar? Am I allowed?
Yes.
Or
So yes, you are. And so what you can do is, so did you get your graphics pack for bars?
Yeah.
Right?
The reason I stopped from having the graphic pack is because I thought I would like to be a bar facilitator and a body processor on there. And I wanted those all at once on the graphic because I didn't want to pay for just the bar facilitator, and then I didn't even get access to it on it. So that's the reason I delayed the graphics.
Right.
Until
I
I'm set up.
I would look online, see if you can find something that looks like that, and then, you know, copy it. As a bars facilitator, you can use anything like that as long as you say, hey, it's from Access Consciousness with a little R sign.
Okay.
Register.
I'm well aware of the R and the registered trademark.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Good. Okay.
Thank you, and good night.
You're welcome. Have a great night. Bye. Come on, stop recording.